later after that. So, hello. As I said some minutes ago, Berlin Fall 2021 graduation. We have a good crowd already and expect some more coming in. Welcome to mentors, investors, recent graduates, aspiring founders, and all interested friends and guests. And last but not least, of course, also our new grads, because that's whom we're doing this for. That's who fought through the last 14 weeks and actually made it happen. So we did it again. However, we have to admit that this fall winter was probably challenging all our moods and morales as we supported 5 companies on their way from idea to founded companies. Despite being virtual again, it has been a very intense and personal experience this time. We're looking forward to meet our founders personally as soon as the circumstances allow. So, which we have not seen them in the real life so far. Before I start into the formal part of the celebration, I would like to give you a bit of background about what we are, what Founder Institute is, and why the team and me are doing this here. Those of you deeply involved in the startup scene will have seen several approaches to acceleration before, most of them starting with a very extensive pre-qualification phase, making sure that even before the start of the acceleration journey, everything like pitch, team, MVP, initial traction, etc., has already reached a decent level. That's a very valid approach to ensure solid batches with advanced founders, but leaves a lot of highly qualified and motivated people out of the game, as they might not have had prior pitch training, prior business school experience, or have not been in the startup world before. Through our test-based and therefore fully neutral pre-qualification, we do allow entry for many of these founders. It is for this diverse group of people that we provide a solid entry path into an otherwise rather closed system through our collection of verified and highly rated mentors and our structured and proven business building program. This diversity of talent and topics is what motivates us and makes us build and accompany batch after batch. This cohort, we started with a cohort of 28 founders from more than 10 countries with ideas from doing VR surgery, lending clothes to making many tasks more manageable, and many more, and ended with 5 companies that together will bring a lot of impact and fun into our world. I will now give you a little overview of what you have in store for you today. So I'll have some more opening remarks. Then we will have a great keynote with Veronica Kieran, who's a TEDx speaker, Forbes Next 1000 entrepreneur and empire builder. Of course, we will have graduates presentations, because without that, there wouldn't be an event. Without the graduates and their pitches, there wouldn't be an event. We'll have a short break of 15 minutes and go into the graduation ceremony to tell you and them what is happening after this. So what they achieved right until now, and what happens after the Founder Institute journey. The core journey is over, because there is more to come, obviously. It's just the start. And then we will allow you to meet the founders in a more close setting and do some speed networking with the founders and amongst you as well, very probably. What is our mission? Partially I shared that already, but to encompass it completely, it's to empower communities of talented and motivated people to launch enduring and impactful technology-enabled companies worldwide. And all this, and I really want to stress that again and again and again, fully diverse with respect to gender, age, nationality, and ethnicity. I really think that we are the most diverse accelerator on this planet, actually. We help everyone pre-seed stage worldwide, and that means in more than 60 countries, more than 200 cities, and there has been more than 5,000 companies created since 2009. And now it's doing this at a track of roughly 1,000 per year. We do think that we in Berlin as a chapter are the best. No, we're one of the really good ones, because I think we provide quite a lot of value to our founders, because we have a great team, which consists of Rike Klitzko, who is also in the room here. She's doing a lot of our own team building and a lot in content management, communications, and all these things that make you better at understanding feedback, at doing good pitches, at communicating yourself. And internally for us, we have Dirk Lehmann, who's our pitch guru, and obviously gives pitch workshops and pitch advice in detail. We do have Veronika Kirin, who has been building several companies and will speak our keynote later on, and also helps a lot with the communication with the founders and supported in marketing and scaling. We have Kai, who is our climate track director since we started building the climate track, and really happy to have him with us today as well. And we have Javier, who is our customer development and product development expert, and has been helping the founders to distill what exactly is needed on the client and on the product side. We do have Rike, Veronika, and Kai with us today, and the other two will probably watch on later on. So I would love to have you show your faces for a moment, so that we see who you are, and you may say some words to introduce yourself. So I'm just going to stop the sharing, and would love to hear Kai.
Right. Here I am. I want to start here because first thing I want to say is about Rike. So Rike, we may all do a lot of stuff in Founder Institute, but there's only one boss, and Rike is the boss. And that's somehow how I feel safe when I'm working with her, right? So, but by the way, I'm also doing some stuff, and just a few words. I come from founding myself several times, twice more or less successfully, and I really find it extremely fulfilling helping people that have really cool ideas and really the perseverance to do it. To set up their startup, to thrive, and even to fail, but fail well successfully, because there's no failure, there's only learning, and that's what we learned as founders. So I'm happy to receive more and more founders in the future and help them to build some impact startups.
Fail fast and then redo.
Correct.
So Rike.
Yeah, thank you for that, Kai. Yeah, so I love to help the founders simplify anything really. Pitching, messaging, communicating, and I love to hold people accountable in a long-term sense. So for the founders, I just want to wish you best of luck with your pitches tonight. I will be very excited to congratulate you afterwards.
Thank you very much, Veronika.
I didn't know I'd have to speak tonight. Just kidding, that's a joke. Hi everyone, congratulations. Can't wait to see the final pitches. I am also a scaling coach outside of FI, and I love working with the founders to help reframe, to challenge what they're thinking, to challenge the status quo, and come up with something that's even more disruptive for the market. So it's been a pleasure, and I'm just thrilled that y'all are here tonight.
Really cool. Thank you very much. I'm gonna re-go into the presentation and we'll see you back in a very few minutes, I would say. So that's the team. Well, we don't only have a team, there's also mentors and lots of them. So the long list is roughly 350, more than 350. I showed this number a while ago already. It has grown in the meantime to, I just saw this new number to 400. So this is a long list which have supported us from the beginning and during the time in the last 10 years. With one batch, we typically have 50 to 60 mentors that are currently supporting us. So 3 in every session, there's 3 in every content session, there's 3, and then there is 12 to 18 in the pitch sessions, where every one of the founders has to pitch, and they get feedback from all those mentors. And of course, there's lots of office hours where they get one-on-one connections to those mentors. We also have partners, so a lot of partners supporting us. You see a lot in the community that are cooperating with us. We are helping them with deal flow. They're helping us with founders, bringing founders in, recommending them to start. And we do have some partners who are premium partners, which actually help us make it happen on location side, on input services side. So you see Unicorn here on the left side, who is one of the biggest co-working space provider in Berlin, office providers in Berlin, who, when we go back to life, to real physical world, we will go back to having sessions there, so real sessions. And we have our office at the Unicorn workspace. And we have Schwenke Schütz, who is a boutique law firm in Berlin, and in Munich, so they have several locations, and has been supporting our founders in getting the foundation of the companies right, making sure that they don't miss out on the right legal setting. We do have Visual Craft again, who is supporting where needed in the development side. And we have OVH Cloud with their startup program, where they can support the founders with their cloud services. And since we started the climate track, we've been in close contact with the Green Tech Alliance to make that happen. So very glad to have you all on board. We also just joined forces with all the other chapters in Germany, so to grow even stronger, to give future founders not only the Berlin network, but also the other networks. So all the other chapters, Cologne, Munich, and Frankfurt, will join the same session schedule. So next batch, starting 23rd of March, will start together with the other batches. We will have some of the sessions joined. Everyone in Germany can join, for example, the climate track sessions. So if there's any special sessions, they can join in other chapters as well. But the core sessions will be local, but people will obviously get the full force of FI Germany. And what we'll also do is to make sure that we are an even better home for all things impact. So we have been very vocal on climate impact, but actually we can be more, and we have already been more, and will invite and support a lot in the general broader climate impact space. So you will also see today that quite a good portion of the founders that will present will be in any way, in different ways, part of this bigger circle impact, and some of them in the climate impact circle. What do? Our core mission is to find great people, put them through a structured growth process, and then give them a devoted support network. Those founders that have been through, they have been seeing that before the batch already as an advertisement. I would think that they hopefully after the batch see, okay, we actually did that. So finding great people in our world is with the test. So there is a big like a psychometric test that they have to go through. If they fall into the measure that makes them fit to being a founder, being flexible, open, and so on, they can join. And then they have to enroll, and we will work with them on their ideas. So we're all about validation. Every idea is welcome. So some other accelerators say, okay, no, we don't want to have ideas in the beginning. Ideas count nothing. Team is first and so on. No, we like ideas, but we help the founders to validate that those ideas can work in the world, find customers and so on. And then they go to a rather structured growth process. So it's you see here basically every number, every sentence matches a session and a week. So it's a session, it's mentors coming in, it's also assignments that are in those sessions or attached to those sessions, and that have to be done. Sometimes it's tedious and a lot of work, and some founders don't want to do that, but they have to do them. We'll check that they are done and give feedback on those in many, many cases. So, and then we give the devoted support network. I already gave the big number of the many people that are in a wider network. And this is a selection of people that mentors that supported us this batch. So you might have heard of Svenja, for example, very vocal in the female entrepreneur, female founder space. Benjamin, having built the biggest, I think the biggest coin bank in Germany. Laura, a very long supporter in the acceleration system ecosystem in Berlin with different accelerators built. Ingo from Kapakura Investors, Robert from U3, Natasha from Fresche Freunde, Alexander from Übermorgen, Tina, Better Ventures, Fabian from Finian, Julia from Tidal Impact, and Arne has been supporting a lot in the past batches, actually, in many of those batches with a lot of advice and dedication. And Stefan, one of our most successful founders in Berlin FI, has also been supporting again. So really good to have them all and to have their support with our founders. Everyone who has been supporting in this batch will also be part of the kind of the cap table of the founders that graduate, that you will see later on. So that in that way, everyone is incentivized to help even during the batch and even beyond the batch. So it's HQ, so FI itself also keeps the 1% of the share. It's us, the team, the directors, so like Kai, Veronica, Rike, Dirk, and Javier. It's those 50 to 60 local mentors that have supported in this batch. And it's the founders themselves. So they have a little piece of the other 4 companies that have been created. So you hopefully see and saw that everything that we do is designed to make the founders and their businesses stronger. With that, I'm closing, but I'm handing the mic to Veronica, who is an award-winning entrepreneur and scaling consultant who has recently come to Berlin and made that her new home, which I completely understand since I've been, I love Berlin since 20 years. Her superpower is challenging the status quo and clarifying the complex to help entrepreneurs make an enormous impact, helping you to build an empire. And with that, I hand the mic over to Veronica. Welcome on stage.
Thank you, Ferdinand, and thanks everyone. And I'm so excited for our grads. Tonight's such a great night. So this is specifically speaking to our lovely grads, I have a message in particular for you. So first of all, congratulations, you did it. It has been a fast few months, and I also think they felt like an eternity at the same time. You put a lot of work in, you learned so much, and you've built something that you are proud of. It has been my personal pleasure to get to know each of you. I was always delighted to see one of you on my schedule each week and to hear the latest developments in your businesses. You all are so nimble, able to pivot fast in order to course correct or seize a new opportunity. And even in the hardest moments, you maintain a smile. So I'm proud of each and every one of you and thrilled to know you and very impressed with your work. Founding a business is hard, and a startup is yet another animal. You all have glimpsed the level of speed and endurance one is expected to maintain in these first years. It will be at times grueling. At others, it is utterly exhilarating. There is no drug that I know of on this planet that can replace the feeling of empowerment that comes with seeing your vision brought to life piece by piece. The biggest thing that I have learned as an entrepreneur is that one must stay abreast and aware of one's own abilities. It's easy to stay focused on the hard skills like hiring, accounting, financing, sales, and marketing. But the soft skills are the je ne sais quoi that brings it all together. Too often do brilliant founders believe they grow alongside the company by default, prompted by its trials and tribulations. The reality almost always is that the founder stagnates as the company needs to grow, and the results are tragic. I've watched brilliant ideas languish in purgatory, unable to flourish, riding on their initial acclaim, but without the strong leadership needed to keep up that momentum. It's heartbreaking. I don't want that for you, and I know you don't want that either. I know you want to be the kind of CEO that is known as a visionary, that sees the possibilities of the future and drives their team faithfully toward that goal. It is absolutely possible for each of you. I've met you all. I know it is possible and happening. I'm sure you can think of several other CEOs that you have admired over the years, but to become that requires deep levels of self-awareness. You'll receive the tools to build your business from every organization and supporter you come across. Very few, however, will help you to fill your personal leadership toolkits. Make it a priority investment. VCs will be more likely to give to you. Your partners will stay faithful to you. Your team will remain with your company with longevity. All of that personal growth and insight starts now. I've personally been an entrepreneur for over a decade, and there isn't a day that goes by that I don't learn something about myself and how to make my business better through my leadership. It's a journey of constant introspection and development. So what will you do today to set your leadership growth in motion? Who will keep you accountable? What notes will you leave for your future self? What books do you want to read? Who do you want to be around or meet to have as a guide? This level of success, the level of success that you're working toward, takes a deep commitment and intentionality every step of the way. If you, the founder, stop growing, so will the business. With that commitment must also come a commitment to yourself, keeping yourself well so that you have the energy for continual growth. You are now leaders, and so burnout is not on the menu. What will you do to nurture your body, your mind, your energy in order to remain focused and supportive to your growing business and teams. What's more, how will you write that into your business plan and employee handbook so both you and your teams are healthy, happy, and able to put in innovative energy into the business every day? The businesses that thrive are those that innovate within their organizations as well as in the outward markets. Businesses like Google and Apple that give their employees several hours of play every week in order to innovate in ways that the leadership may not have considered. Businesses that give deep support, create community and training opportunities so that employees continue to grow alongside the leadership, alongside you. Rather than looking after your own self-care alone, consider looking after the care and well-being of your teams as well. The rewards will be astronomical. Finally, look toward each other. Each of you has been through the same program and steps to build and grow your business thus far. You know what it takes. You know how much it takes out of you. And each of you can uniquely support the other. What's more, you now have an enormous network of hundreds of mentors at your disposal. 400 now? We will remain a part of your support network for as long as you want us. This too takes intentionality. Don't just expect you'll be reaching out on a whim. Put it on your calendar now. Give yourself a recurring task or note to touch base with your fellow cohort members and mentors. This won't be your only program, your only cohort, and that means building the habit now to stay in touch with the people who best understand and can support you now before life gets too busy, to remember the reminder. You've proven you have what it takes because you have taken action. That is the greatest difference between leaders and those who simply dream. As long as you take action, whether it be in need of support and the deepest confidence in your plan, you will remain a leader. Silicon Valley likes to call this failing fast, but I think that discounts the important point. Stay in action. Action unlocks doors. As they say, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Action answers questions. When you're unsure, you can act by asking a mentor. Action tells fear to hit the road because you've got more important things to do than sit in darkness and fear. You've got this. I'm excited to see what comes next. And all of us at the Founder Institute have been honored to help you launch. Good luck.
Thank you very much for those words. Really inspiring to me. I hope as well to our founders, because they will have to inspire you now. Obviously, all of us with their pitches. So I think I can jump the presentation because it's only gonna show the next slot, which is the pitches. So it is the greatest presentation. So I can hand the mic to Kai, who's gonna announce the pitches. And thanks again to Veronica for this inspiring, great speech. Thanks a lot.
Wow, thank you. I'm privileged. I'm privileged not only to announce the pitches. This is a great privilege that I had to fight for, but I'm also privileged to now, to give you just like a deep, deeply felt thank you for this keynote, Veronica. It's like, just hit me. Just hit me, and I can tell you one thing is it's so hard and so rewarding to keep this level of introspective high and work and take time to work on getting better, or getting something, learning something each day. And that's your privilege as well, founders, because you're responsible for whatever you do. So let's move to the pitches. And I'm so happy to announce all these crazy ideas that have turned into reality and have turned into business from, it's not that long ago, and it feels long, yeah. And that's also one of these advantages, when you're building stuff, life gets longer. And when you're just annoying yourself, life gets shorter, and you will never ever annoy yourself. So let's move to the pitches. We have 5 companies that will present today. And first, I want to call on the stage our crazy but very healthy, well-being founder. We have real impact here, and that's what we call impact, which is not directly climate impact, but fully focused on impact to make the world and all of you a healthier place. And that will be Sansi, who will present. Sansi, are you ready? You can are all the founders co-hosts, Ferdinand? Oh, you're muted, Ferdinand, so you can.
They're not co-hosts, but they don't need to be. They should be able to.
But they can't unmute themselves if they're not co-hosts. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, let me see. I can.
All right, cool. Now you should hear me.
Yep.
Yes, Sansi, here you go.
Great.
So you should be able to share the screen and rock it. Okay, go Vitae.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sansi. I'm a systemic coach and the co-founder of Vitae, where everything revolves around inner clarity for a better life. My co-founder and I share the mission to source, digitize the world's best evidence-based life coaching tools to provide them to users based on their unique identity. Why that is so important? There's a huge problem in the market. Most young people go through phases of mental and emotional insecurity during their first years of work, meaning they lack the inner clarity to know what they want, what they need, and how to get it. There are existing solutions, such as self-help books and videos or life coaching. However, self-help books are not personalized and hard to implement, and life coaching is not affordable. Both rarely regard users' individual identity, such as their ethnicity, their gender, or their social background. All so important factors when it comes to mental health and mental well-being of people. Lucky enough, we developed a solution, Vitae, the inclusive personal development app for young professionals. Where self-help books and videos are not personalized and hard to implement, we are customized and based on behavioral science. Where life coaching is expensive, Vitae comes at €20 a quarter. Where both don't regard the user's individual identity, Vitae is diverse and inclusive by sourcing tools from empowerment trainers. Why now? There are 3 factors that make it the right time for Vitae. One is the market dynamic. I guess most of you have seen that the global self-development industry is booming for several years now and is expected to grow even further in the coming years. On top of that, there's an environmental change. Since COVID-19, we all have been forced to think about our self-development and about ourselves as we have been forced to be in isolation. There's no way around it anymore. Thirdly, there's a societal change. Diversity becomes mainstream, meaning that young people do not want to be fed with one-size-fits-all approaches, but they want to be approached in their unique identity, as it has been very vocal in the last years when it comes to initiatives by the LGBTQI community, such or things like Black Lives Matter and more vocal women empowerment that we could see. If we look at the market, it's huge. We're tapping into the $40 billion USD digital personal development market, which is a subset of the $220 billion USD e-learning market, both which are projected to grow. We do not only tap into a growing market, but we're widening and growing the market by addressing target groups that have not been addressed before. Of course, if we talk about mental health and well-being, there are competitors. They have been mushrooming in the last years. But let me show you how we differentiate. We already talked about life and business coaching and self-help books and why they do not compete with what we're doing. Now let's look at online coaching platforms who have raised millions of euros in the last years and have shown how important the sector has been become. However, they still rely on human interfaces, one-on-one coaching, making it expensive and hard to scale. Then we have the apps that are mushrooming. However, even though they leverage on the digital world, they do not customize the experience to the user, and they do not even think of individual factors such as diversity or inclusion. So in a nutshell, our competitive advantages are that we customize to each user, that we speak to the challenges of neglected but large needs, we're interactive, available, and affordable. The product flow is simple. Users take an assessment and define their goals. Based on their assessment, they will receive a custom growth plan that is unique to them, their challenges and goals, and then they work through the exercises week by week in order to work on whatever mental or emotional challenges or goals they have. Key features are the optimized individual growth plan creation, a digital life analysis, and the peer exchange. The peer exchange has shown to be very important in our extensive customer research with more than 180 young people of our target group. The business model is simple. We're looking at B2C subscription model where users pay quarterly. The estimated average lifetime value lies at 160 euros with a customer acquisition cost of only 40 euros, which we have validated with competing companies, but also with companies who target the similar audience. Our go-to-market is fully online. That's where our target group is nowadays. However, in the last weeks, we have identified traction on the B2B side, where companies have actually expressed interest to offer such a solution for their young employees. We're looking forward to follow and look into that area together with the right partners and right investors. Our team looks the following. My co-founder, Marcel, Chief Marketing Officer, who has worked with leading German startups such as Clark and Cavomo. Myself, background in systemic coaching and in venture building, mainly with startups on the African continent. And our duo of strong advisors. Paulo, himself an executive coach, who has been VP of Engineering at Sharpest, a leading B2B coaching platform who will help us to get the product on the road. And Stephanie Kuffs, a renowned psychologist in Germany. We're also in discussion with experienced marketing experts who will join the team most likely in February. Now, let's look at our deal. We're offering you 15% of Vitae in return of 500,000 euros. With that money, we will be able to run for 12 months and invest most of it in marketing and development. We are likely to reach almost 4,000 paying users in 1 year and build out an intelligent and responsive platform that will allow us to not only suggest exercises to our users, but also to analyze their overall digital behavior and base off recommendations on that. You can expect profitability in year 4, and we are targeting 4 million users in year 5. We've analyzed companies who are working in a similar space with similar target groups, but not the same. And so this is a likely number. So if you want to join us on our journey, then get in touch with us for yourself, for Vitae, and for the young professionals that we're going to support on their way. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Sansi. Wow, that was convincing. And I think you just saved my daughter's mental health and career. So got a user for you. I throw it at you. Fantastic. Great. So I'm already completely blown away, although this was just the first pitch. To all of you, get in touch with Sansi. Advisors always welcome, investors, of course, as well, and founders connect to each other and help each other. Also those that are not in the cohort right now. All right. From Sansi, we move on to our next pitcher, who would be Serena. And Serena will make you freak out, because the world has to be a healthier place, not only from mental health, but also other stuff that is lingering around us. And although it will freak you out, she will show the solution why you don't need to freak out anymore. Okay, so I'd like to hand over to Serena. I hope you're co-host and can unmute yourself, and please start.
Hi, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So hi, everyone. I'm Serena, the founder of HomeSome, the digital assistant of your healthy home. At HomeSome, our aim is to make the planet a healthier place, starting from home. Because as a mother, I think that home should be the safest place of all. But what if it wasn't? My father was the healthiest person I knew, yet he died at 59 of a cancer caused from pesticides. But he, as many of us, spent most of his time indoors. So how was that? Well, according to the EPA and the Umwelt Institute, the indoor environment is up to 5 times more polluted than the outdoor. And just in Germany, the 40% of water sources is still contaminated. This issue regards us all, but children are impacted the most. In fact, 1 in 10 deaths is due to ambient and domestic pollution. And the biggest problem of all here is that we don't know any better. But HomeSome can make sure that your home is healthy. And this is how we do it in 3 simple steps. A platform to evaluate your situation, a package to test your home, and a portal to identify the solutions. Let's take an example. This is Lisa. Lisa has 2 kids and she lives at the ground floor of an Altbau on a busy road. She has some concerns about her situation. So what does she do? She goes on our platform and takes our self-assessment test. In just a few clicks, she types her basic data in, and that's enough for us for a deep analysis and to customize a package with the monitoring and testing tools needed in her case. We deliver the package right to her door, and she can test it at her own pace or pay an extra fee for our testing service. Finally, on our portal, Lisa has everything easily under control, and she can get informed, stay updated, and receive our support. Finally, she has the peace of mind of knowing that her home is healthy. Why now? The time is right. Since COVID-19, health and well-being have become a life priority. And 70% of new generations are willing to pay more for health and wellness. This is why the real estate wellness market is growing 20% every year. We are talking about a 40 billion market of home health, smart homes, and real estate wellness, in which Germany is the European leading country. And we are going to tap into the 24 million coming from wellness-oriented customers. Our go-to-market strategy is targeting first patients with chronic diseases like asthma, which are already researching for solutions and would benefit the most from our product. Then we will educate expecting parents through content creating and community building. And then we will expand to whoever is engaging a new beginning in a new home. Our business model is B2C product and service sale with an average margin for the analysis toolbox of 100 euros plus commissions on the purchases of all the other products. And on the solutions package of 50 euros plus commissions on the services of our partners, as well as subscriptions for annual checkups. Our projected revenue is 4.7 million euros by 2024. This market is mostly unexplored. There are just a few competitors, mostly US-based, delivering products very strongly B2B focused. But we think now the time has come to empower the customer with a one-of-a-kind home wellness platform. And this is why our product is affordable, easy to use, and customized. This project just started a few months ago, but with our very first Facebook post, we already gained 30 customers. And short after, we served one, which became our first happy testimonial. No, silenzio. Our next steps are releasing our actual product by April, acquire 1,000 customers by September, and 10,000 customers at 18 months. And we will reach our goal through this, our amazing team, which is composed by Sarah, our product manager. Sarah has 15 years experience in companies like Apple and Contentful, and she's specialized in growth. Amy is our head of marketing and communication, and she has made a career in telling stories about sustainability. She also has an experience as head of digital for the UN. And then we have 3 amazing advisors specialized in digital and sustainability. I am the CEO of the company. I have more than 15 years experience in the building industry as architect. And I'm also a well-being professional, and I advise companies on how to introduce and integrate well-being in their working environment. And that's why I've got the idea to bring this concept mainstream. I founded this company in memory of my father, to empower every person to make informed choices when taking care of themselves. And so this is the beginning of the healthy home revolution. Are you in? So this is what you could do for us. We are raising 175K to release our product, develop our software, and build our community. So please get in touch and start your home wellness journey with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Serena. What a bold vision. What a bold vision to take this, as you say, mainstream, to take this directly to the customer. And what a bold presentation. If there's one person I know who is able to focus, no matter what the circumstances are, it's you. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'll order this package right now because I have a house somewhere where there's radon. So your product is for me. And hi, everybody here. Hello. Great to see your daughter. Okay. Fantastic. And now listen and enjoy the other pitches. And later on, please do connect with all the crowd that you have right here. And I'm sure there are some customers, perhaps even B2B, who knows. All right. Now, before we get too long here, let's just move to our next pitching company, which will be 144 with Darik. Please, Darik, come on stage and do your thing.
Hello, can you guys hear me clearly?
Oh yeah, you look beautiful.
Yeah, it had to be memorable, right? Okay, so if I could just figure out how to share an entire screen or entire, wait.
Would be cool, otherwise you just dance.
There's only one small, oh, there we go, perfect, okay. Wait.
Well, it's gone again.
Ah, there we go. Oh no, just putting it in presentation format. There we go. Can you guys see this, the presentation mode?
Totally.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. Hi, my name is Darik. So first things first, every time you spend money, you're casting a vote for the kind of world you want. A quote by Anna Lauper. And today I would like to share an opportunity with you. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could create a better future every single time you buy something? Yeah, this is what is needed today. Businesses, however, fail to convey this to their customers in a mutually beneficial way, undermining customer trust, customer loyalty, and community. Rather than tackle this, we keep seeing these redundant rewards programs or loyalty programs that do not solve anything. I mean, it's an extra cost to their company as well, which, by the way, you're paying for. So you shop, earn points, which then translates to some branded merch or gift card. Consider this. You pay for a product every day, but aside from your personal gains, what do you have to show for it in the real world? I mean, like in impact from it. So today we're about to radically transform the way you shop. 144 is an e-commerce platform dedicated to social impact. The first decentralized e-commerce platform that includes social impact investments directly into the point of sale. Let me explain. We provide brands and businesses with the opportunity to impact invest in return for shares. And most importantly, involving their customers as vital stakeholders. Like a loyalty program, 144 rewards you with a token for every purchase. Now, these tokens signify a share token value from that brand's investment, allowing you the opportunity to earn and hold businesses accountable. Just like that, if you're a business, we've already taken care of two things. We've already taken two things off your plate: your CSR obligations and your customer loyalty programs. Our e-commerce platform will be the first to be launched to create an engaged community to drive traction, where customers will be able to buy from partner brands linked to a project, investment, or cause. So just to let you know that we're also thinking ahead, we're developing our API alongside our MVP. This will allow us to integrate into other online shops, link their products to a project, investment, or cause, and obviously validated by a 144 badge. As much as our primary goal would be to utilize the 144 tokens throughout our entire platform and build an ecosystem, you will be able to link your external crypto wallet or pay in cash. So you got to track this, right? Proof is the key. Upon creating an account, you can monitor your earnings and impact in real time through our dashboard or your own personalized token wallet. Our initial focus is the fashion industry. Why? It's an industry facing consistent scrutiny, an industry where consumers' opinion is vital, an industry where sustainability is somehow the scapegoat and not realizing what social impact actually is, and their customers are in need of a solution like ours. Evidence? Well, let's look at millennials and Gen Z today. They have immense buying power, adopted new tech, and demand social impact, presenting us with a huge opportunity to act now. In Germany alone, this sector's e-commerce market is huge, based on key interests such as sustainability, social impact. We're touching a 2.3 billion euro per year market. On a conservative market share and say a pledge of 5% by company per brand, we could generate over 11 million euros in social impact investment. And that is over €1 million in admin fee revenue. This excludes the recurring revenue from commissions and equity collectives. Are we needed? We decided to validate this by being customer-centric, which I hope every company should be today. Over 80% of customers are value and purpose-driven. Yeah, our confidence is high for this. To promote this, we will use our current community project, our partner brand, and constant engagement to educate and onboard brands, and as well as our end users. Can we do it? Well, 7 years of corporate experience, 3 years in Germany, completed my master's while running a business, wrote my master thesis on this particular topic, and I partnered with Toby, a games developer. Yeah, we got a few things up our sleeves. Damola, our IT engineer, and Daniel, our art director, are helping us steer the company in the right direction. Oh, and by the way, we're also looking for a blockchain co-founder to join this little marriage that we got going on. Our board of advisors is fire. Yeah, for real. Ranging from fashion professors, fintech head of product, to a creative industry expert. We're really focused on short and long-term goals. And this list keeps on growing. All right, let's talk Mula. A 500,000 euro injection on a convertible note option plus tokens will allow us to have a 12-month runway. We aim to be in the market by next quarter, establish a strong tech team, build partnerships and marketing to get us into our seed round. Right now, we're in the first stage of 7 stages of growth and development. Everything revolves around onboarding, marketing, and product. which will be critical in our see what we've accomplished ICO. Thank you so much. Please do get in touch and join us, Connect Business and Community Goals. Thank you.
Man, did I enjoy this pitch? You may come back on stage. Really, really lovely. Well done, Tariq. Thank you so much. And don't forget to get in contact with our mentor and blockchain expert Mario Steinbuch, who could just connect you to some if you haven't yet. All right, we can talk about this later. So, did you count how many impact startups we had here so far and how many non-impact startups? It's all impact here, and you're all purpose-driven, and we have some more going on here for tonight. So thank you, Tariq, and we'll just move on to our next presenter, who will be Fawaz with his solution to make us happier through ethnic.
Hi, thank you, Kai. Can you hear me okay?
Food. Here, Fawaz, I can, well, I can't see you so far.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
And you can see me now, right? I'm talking from two different sets. Yeah.
Just we don't see you, but we see the.
Now we see your screen sharing. That's good. We don't see the presenter mode yet.
You don't see me?
I don't see you, and we do see your presentation in non-presenting mode. Now we see it in presenting mode.
Okay, because I'm connected from two different sets.
Yeah, why make it easy when it's possible to make it complicated?
Yeah, can I start?
Of course. We're all pumped up here.
Thank you, Kai. Hello, everyone. I'm Fawaz, founder and CEO of New Shopee. We enable home cooks to taste the world from their homes. So consumers looking for authentic ethnic groceries find it really difficult to find the right groceries from the local cities that they live. For example, people like me tend to invest around 2 to 3 hours a week to find our grocery essentials. And on the other side, my European friends find it really difficult to browse through the ethnic recipes and find the right ingredients to repeat their vacation dish. Complementing to this problem is the lack of digitalization of the local retailers, finally resulting in losing out their consumer base. We solve this by bringing world food cultures and integrating it with ethnic grocery marketplace. As a consumer, you can come to our platform, browse through the ethnic food recipes or the ethnic groceries, order the ingredients and from your proximity and the stores near to you, and get it delivered through click and collect or instant delivery option, whichever is convenient as per your choice. We also provide customized solution to onboard, to digitize and onboard our retailers to make them to prepare them and to be competitive for the digital future. Our business model is simple. Within New Shopee Marketplace, you as a consumer will be prompted to go through our recipes. You can choose your favorite recipe or the groceries directly, place the order directly on the marketplace and do a checkout with us. We then process these orders and publishes it to the retailers or the wholesalers in the city with whom we are connected. We then pay out to these retailers or wholesalers, after which they will pack the stuffs and get their groceries delivered to the consumers through the third-party service with the existing third-party services in the market, or through the instant delivery or through the click and collect option. Our consumers have wide variety of benefits. They have the option to explore the global food cultures. On the other side, you as a consumer create an impact to the retailer as we keep the businesses locally within the city through our location-based shopping technology. And all these things coming with a convenience and efficiency for both the sides, both for the retailers and for the consumers. And on the other side, for the retailers, this is an added revenue stream to their existing revenues. And this also enables them to have a proper visibility by listing shops and products, and finally widening their consumer base, meaning improving their business. Our primary revenue stream is transaction commission. We are just focusing on one revenue at a time, where we take a 5% cut on the transactions made through our platform. We have estimated 40 euros as the minimum consumer basket value, and we have calculated 18 euros as a customer acquisition cost at this point, which we expect to drop significantly as we move on and build our consumer base from cities to cities. The market size is big. For ethnic groceries, equating the grocery sales just to the migrant population alone, the total addressable market in Germany is around 33.5 billion, whereas the serviceable addressable market in Berlin, for a pilot city, Berlin, is around 1.5 billion, and we see an obtainable market of 98 million euros where we have a play in. Among competitors, we do have a direct competition at this point, based out of from a startup based out of Berlin, Yababa, and our indirect competitors are HelloFresh, Volt, Bringo, Foodly, and Flingos of the world. However, we do differentiate with our existing competition based on our recipe-assisted shopping, which eventually will blend cultures and bring harmony in the society, all through simplifying the shopping processes and also, most importantly, keeping retailers in the local cities in their business. Our go-to-market strategy is to focus on the influencer-based marketing approach by focusing on one city at a time and slicing these cities into different zones and connecting each zone with an appropriate consumer base, retailers and wholesalers, and making this ecosystem functional in cities by cities. Our milestones at this point is to focus on the MVP development, which we are very close to build the consumer traffic at first place, lock like 10 LOIs this quarter, of which we have already done for 3. We have locked 3 LOIs by now, followed by fundraising to focus on the product development, team development, etc., and followed by scaling and full-fledged operations by the end of this year, targeting around 5,000 consumers on a minimum basis, and will try to enter into 3 new cities to scale operations and set the basis strong to go forward for a blitz scaling and for hyper growth starting next year. Our team, we are a team driven by passion and engineered by experience, with each one of us bringing around 14 years of experience from many diversified different industries and streams. Where on the left side, I have Leo, senior product designer from Facebook, who is currently supporting me with the mock-up of the application development, supported by Ganesh and Murugan, who are senior software architects, who are really experienced in blitzscaling architectures and technologies. And among the advisor board, I have Fabian, who is a very renowned branding strategist and creative director from California, supported by Tim, who is a business director and also a magician in sales and scaling businesses across geographies. In my founding team, I have my co-founder Afzal, who is really specialized in mergers and acquisitions and innovations. And I lead this team as a founder and CEO with around 15 years of experience in engineering, management, supply chain, and digital, where I have solved complex supply chain problems already in the B2B space. Our vision is to first develop the consumer retailer ecosystem and expand regionally. Thereafter, focus on building the data AI, data-driven approach to improve the overall supply chain and impact and make an impact in reducing the overall food waste that is created across the globe. So what is stopping us? So as usual for startups are us at this, it's basically investment. So at this point, we are looking for an investment, pre-seed investment of 320K, where we expect to utilize 40% for product development to set the basis and for 40% for operations, and the next 20% for marketing and content management, where we expect this to provide us the runway to build the base level marketplace, build the consumer retailer ecosystem in Berlin, and close around 100 new LOIs in Germany and beyond. And I would also urge and call out to you to support us as influencers if there is a possibility to connect with the retailers and wholesalers, or even if you can spread a word through social media when we launch the product. Also, we are looking for a co-founder at this point who in sales and marketing, who are more than welcome to have a talk. Thank you. And I think Berliners got this, and let's stay together and present to the world how Germany can continue to lead in solving global issues around the world. Thank you, and looking forward to connecting with each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fawaz. Fantastic, fantastic. So you want to connect with each one of the 62? No, that's not.
Thank you. Yeah,
that's some work, but that's exactly.
I'll drop a link.
That's exactly the spirit. So
Thank
please,
you. Yeah.
stop screen sharing right now. Don't forget to get in contact with those that joined. I think Janne, you should talk to Fawaz, probably already did, and that's a real meaningful connection. I'm really happy to see Fabian and your advisory board. Still, of course, it's great that you're looking for a co-founder in this direction, and I'm pretty sure that now for the first steps, Fabian is just the right one to help you out. And yeah, that has gone some way already. I'm so proud of you, and I'm really hungry now. So. I love this picture of the food. My God, I will use your platform right away. Now, we come to something and some initiative that will bring us happiness and will show us what it means to get our personal well-being out of ourselves and to bring ourselves, get ourselves out there in the best way possible. So our last pitch will be Marte with Moves.
Hi, everyone. Let me get a quick stretch in.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
You should be able to see my screen.
All fine, thanks.
Perfect. So, hi everyone. My name is Marta. I'm the founder of Moves. With Moves, even you can dance. Take a guess, how many people attempted the most popular dance challenge on TikTok? The answer is over 30 million. Now imagine that these people and many more could learn trendy dances in a fraction of the time that it currently takes, while actually having fun. My friends and I, who are all, if I may say, decent dancers, gave these TikTok dances a try and discovered how frustrating they are to learn. So I reached out to a bunch of people that do them regularly and found out that they actually face the same problems as we did. If you want to learn a TikTok dance, you usually try and find a tutorial, or if you want to learn any dance, you go to a dance class. The problem with these methods are that there's a high chance that your pace of learning and your energy is not going to match with that of your instructor. Also, you're constantly interrupted with breaks, and the time that you actually spend repeating the movements is quite limited. You usually don't get feedback on your movements either. And the worst of it all is dance is supposed to be fun, but these methods usually make people feel intimidated and often make them not believing in their ability to dance anymore. So we came up with a solution that fixes these problems. You actually don't need voice instructions or an instructor to learn a dance. You really can do so by picking one of the many dance videos out there, adjust the video to your skill level, and then put your phone somewhere upright, step back, and copy the moves that you see. And with our app Moves, we make it really easy to do so. So you as a user can choose the playback speed of the looping video and cut the video down into sections that make it easy for you to learn the full dance with time. But the coolest thing is you can apply a buddy outline filter that makes it really easy to distinguish the moves because you only see the buddy outline of the dancer. So you can actually see them when you stand like a meter away. But that's not all. We will be the first app to use pose estimation and apply it to the field of dance. That means you can record yourself and you'll get a feedback score on how well your moves match with that of the dancer in the video. We've tested the concept that adjusting a TikTok dance video to your needs actually helps you to learn a dance in a fraction of the time that it would otherwise take. We've done so with our web application, anybodymoves.com, with which we had over 600 recurring users in a matter of 2 months, collected plenty of email addresses, and got overwhelming feedback. So why is now the right time to build our app Moves? Well, first and foremost, the tech possibilities are there. Phones nowadays have the computing power to use technology like pose estimation. So we will be the first to apply that to the field of dance. Also, we know our user and the target age group of our user. Millennials and Gen Z want to use technology efficiently, they want to be in control, and they want to enjoy themselves. And finally, you've definitely heard of TikTok. You've probably heard of TikTok dances. Dance has always been popular and will always be popular because it's ingrained in us as humans. But TikTok really brought it to a new level, which is why we use that as our entry to market. There are 380 million people following dancers on social media. The dance studio industries in the US alone is worth 3.8 billion. And with conservative calculations that we've made, we will get at least 10 million active users within a matter of 5 years. We don't have direct competitors. There are startups that have been using pose estimation in other fitness fields like yoga or workouts. And then there's the instructor-based company called Steezy, which basically offers you online dance classes. But our model is much more scalable because we simply need to source the dance videos of the popular dancers, and we make dance much more accessible for everyone, not just people that want to attend dance classes. So we're going to launch our app with dances from an exclusive group of popular TikTok dancers as our entry to market. But that's not where we stop, because then we will expand this group of dancers to dancers that are popular outside of that whole TikTok world. We will add our AR recording and gamification and then tackle the global market and eventually enable dancers worldwide to upload their dances to Moves. And who are we? My name is Marta. I'm the CEO. I'm a passionate dancer. I have a background in business psychology and as a junior producer. And now I combine all of these experiences and create my ideal career. So I'm all in and I'm not going to stop. Then we have Chris, who's an expert in digital marketing. He's been a marketing director at Amazon and has plenty of corporate experience, making him the ideal CMO for Moves. We have Jan, who's been giving us strategic advice. He co-founded a successful startup in Europe. Mahmoud, who has several patents for his work at Amazon Prime and knows exactly how to structure our app in a way that's cost efficient and user-friendly. And we have Isa Akia as our industry advisor, who's a popular dancer in Germany and has plenty of following. We're raising $500,000 US in our pre-seed round. We will use this money primarily for the tech build and to sign the dancers. And this will give us a runway of 12 months. So if you think this is an interesting business opportunity, please get in touch either via LinkedIn or by sending me an email. And I'm happy to also get in touch with anyone else that's curious about this business. Thank you.
Thank you, Marta. Wow, fantastic. I love it. And this is really, really dedication. I have a question to you, Marta. Why do you raise US dollars and not euros?
I just moved to the States. I incorporated here because we have a global vision. We're gonna primarily like raise US dollars, but of course we're happy for our money coming from everywhere in the world. But yeah, we are US incorporated.
That's exactly what I meant, right? You just figured you're a founder, you're free. It's better incorporated in Silicon Valley, so you do, right?
Exactly.
And by the way, this can be so huge. You know, I think there's this saying: birds fly, fish swim, humans dance, right? So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was unfortunately already our last pitch. Can you do it all over again? Like all these pitches? I don't want it to be finished here. This is just starting off. All right, thank you for all your pitches. I really love every single one of them, and I really find the impact on the core of every single one of you, and that is so rewarding. And yeah, that was our pitching time. I hope you had fun, people, and do not forget to keep in mind also the content, and not only that you're totally pumped up right now, and get in contact with the founders and in between each other. We're 62 right now here, and use the time, exchange your LinkedIn profiles and so on and so on. Righto, now I will give back to Ferdinand, who will be master of ceremony.
Yeah, thank you for moderating the pitches, and thank you for all these great pitches. Incredible. It's always amazing to see what happens during the batch. So we all remember all of them pitching their first pitch, sometimes even before the batch in one of our public pitching sessions. And we see now how it came out. So it's amazing. So I remember some of them where I didn't even understand what they were going to build when I saw the first pitch, and I think that was similar to some others. But today it came down perfectly. So thanks a lot. Really great. I think we have earned ourselves have earned a little break. We are almost punctual as we with respect to our timeline. So I would say we were like 5 minutes or so. We're late. So I would say we come back at like 35. So you can grab something to drink, maybe a little sandwich or something. And I would see you back at 35 when we actually start the graduation ceremony. So give them the hints of what to do from now, because it doesn't end here. It's the unicorns still have to be built. Now we create the foundation with you, but sadly you still have to build it. So I'll show you a break screen, and we'll see you back in 12 minutes at 35. So looking forward, have a great break, and see you in 12 minutes.
Thank you, Ferdinand. I'll tell everybody right now that I already wrote it earlier, that I have some absolute, let's say obligations privately that I cannot postpone. So I will have to leave silently before 9. And so thank you already so much. And I'm with you, but not for the networking, unfortunately, which is not possible. But it was a great ceremony, a great graduation so far, and looking forward to the ceremony. Thank you so much.
Well, I will stay as long as you're interested to do direct breakouts, direct connecting to the founders, I will stay on. So we are going to have a great night, even after the official graduation ceremony. So see you back after the break and for the graduation ceremony. Had the chance to take a little sip from some great drink and maybe a bite for something to eat, to enjoy what is about to come. So we're about to go into the graduation ceremony. So as I said before, this is not the end, this is the start. But what does it mean? What have they done? What does it mean to graduate? It does mean a lot of work. It does mean weekly sessions, mandatory, in the core mandatory, every week a session on Thursday, usually 3.5 hours long, and around all those topics that are relevant to define and build and validate the startup. It's around 300 hours in total of work that has been spent on the ideas, on the startups, from beginning to end. A lot of assignments. It's climate track sessions, extra sessions on customer discovery and product discovery. And it's a lot of feedback and a lot of pitching. And as you've seen, I think it has led to some great results. What are our requirements to graduate? So, as I said before, completed assignments are one of the core things. So it's our Founder Institute is not about sitting in the coffee and sipping coffee, but it's about actually doing the work that's required to validate your company. So a lot of pitching. So they have been pitching in front of 50 to 60 mentors, and most of the mentors have seen all the founders. A well-formed corporation, they have to be incorporated. So we're not about theory, we are about practice. So either they incorporate or they would have to leave the batch. They have to start building a formal advisory board of top mentors. So that they fill those things that they cannot provide in a founding team, and the links into the startup ecosystem, into their topic ecosystem, and so on. They have to start building their products and have a significant product progress there. They have to start collecting lists of leads and customers to show that it's actually real and to find out that it's a real thing. Start building the team, make the pitch ready for public, and I think we've seen it is. They were all. I really love them all. They're all ready to present to you and many other in the world in the future. And they have to define the next steps to get going, to grow. And these that you have seen, they have made it. So they have had the courage to go through the whole program and remain standing and fighting for their startup and their visions. What does that mean in numbers? So there was around 500 people who were interested in getting into the batch. Around half of them actually started to applied into it. 28 of that enrolled, and as you've seen, there's 5 who actually fought through. What is next? So not the end, as I said before, but the beginning of something great. What we advise, where you don't have that yet, make sure that you complement your advisory board to be roughly around 3 to 4 is something which can work, but roughly 3 is the optimum. And get them on board and meet with them monthly to keep you going and keep you on your toes. Do launch as quickly as you can. Do not start building for 3 years and optimize and features and so on, because you might never launch, and because then it's too late to quit it in a good way. Launch as soon as possible. Make sure you start focusing on it. So we are one of the few accelerators that allows to actually do it at the side of the work, so on top of a normal work, where you're still in your employments. Make sure that you actually make this the core of your life, because otherwise it's going to be even harder, or rather impossible, to actually make it. So we are not, for us, it's not the end either. So while the weekly cadence is ending, there's a lot more to come. So we provide a lifetime of support for you, the founders, and the business. So as you know, and also I think that some of the audience knows, that's roughly where we stand. So we're in the validation. Validation is our thing. It comes after ideation, of like throwing around some ideas, and before you actually go on to seed funding and starting the growth journey. So as I said before, product, MVP, definition, full-time team, go-to-market is something that should happen now in the near future, and then you can go on to other partners and also to our own follow-on programs. One of those is the Funding Lab program within the Founder Lab, which is a dedicated program to make it to the funding. So actually build the deal sheets, the deal room, rather again improve pitch decks, have access to all the investor database at FI, webinars around the funding community, and build a Slack community out of it. It's another 3 months program, and the chances for those that actually go through is, I think, to go through the end of Funding Lab, it's around 90% that they actually get into funding. Is this the end for you? No, you still have to do some things. So I think you have already chosen the after semester president. So as we have in this semester, we have working groups, which then change 3 times during the semester. We really recommend and demand you to keep that on, like to keep this exchange ongoing, because it sets you apart from most of the founders out there that haven't been in such an environment, in such an exchange and feedback loops, because you always have you always have someone who's been fighting with you, who's been supporting you, who's given you intros, and you can keep on doing that with this group. Make sure you keep us updated, keep the profile on the platform updated, give us the good things that are happening, because only if we know, and not only the good things that are happening, but also those things that you need, and those asks, which is a very general thing. So let people know what you need. If you don't do that, it's much harder to help you. If you don't put your asks out there, make it as specific as possible, because the more specific it is, the more clearer it is to people to fill it. So that applies to us especially, because we're kind of your family now, but it also applies to all the contacts out there. The more specific they know what you need, they might have something on their mind. A person might have a person on their mind, a customer, a company, a possible partner, a possible investor. If they know what you need, they can fill that. If they don't know where you stand and what you need, it's really difficult. So this is very connected to this, to the being engaged. Make sure that you are engaged within the community, the events, and keep in the community, because it is a support community. It is one of the biggest strengths of it. In the end, what comes out of this? So when I saw this first time, I thought this chart. This is an FI global chart. I thought, okay, this is just American numbers. It doesn't really matter. It's they are always over optimistic and like polishing it up a lot. Now we're now at 55 in my time, my tenure at the FI Berlin. So this is something that proves quite true. So 20 to 25 is actually our graduation rates in Berlin. Of those, 80 are of the 55, 80 are still in business after these 3 to 4 years, 80% or a little bit more even. There's 60% who do great stuff. We're almost at the 40% who have received some funding in different levels. Obviously, some only in the small business angel rounds, but some in decent rounds already. So of course the last number, it's a lot higher now. This is the global number. It's 1.55 billion, I think, at the moment. So we're not at 1.5 billion Berlin, but we're working on it. So let's see whether we can, which part of that we can make. So we're here at I think at a couple of million at this point of time for these startups, which are in the last have been created in the last 3 to 4 years. So let's do the handout of the diplomas, and I would want to start with Sansi. So who has started with some, it wasn't really clear what kind of coaching, whatever thing he was starting to build, but now I think it's pretty clear, and we're looking forward to have him equip the next generation with the better ways to keep up their minds on build great minds, build great personalities, and help the world get better. And this is actually something which is very close to my heart. I discovered coaching only when I was 35, when I was at the decision what to do in my future life. And when I had these first sessions, I felt, okay, everyone should have a lot more of this a lot earlier and also consistently in their life. Because you cannot, not for everything, your partner, your life partner, or your family or your friends are the right coaches. So go out there, use Vitae, and promote it in the environment to make it happen.
Thank you, Ferdinand.
We go for Serena. This was especially strange when I heard this one first time. I didn't know. I didn't know about toxicity in the home environments. I didn't understand what she would want to be selling. But then now it's extremely clear. It's extremely clear in the pitch, and it also came to me. We actually had COVID. In our home. And this was very much something where we saw, okay, let's bring the home, improve the home environment. The first thing we bought was actually a air purifier, and yeah, now I really understand that this is needed, and we need to go with that. So I somehow have to get Marta to allow her video again. Oh yeah, here. Let's go for Darik. So another wonderful startup and a not so easy case. It's a very complicated topic. So it's very easy when it actually in action, and you buy your fashion You automatically get the tokens along with it to build the little products. But there's quite a lot of technology in there and a lot of complexity in it. So it was quite a challenge to make it easy and explainable in the end. And I think Derek really did a great job, and he is there. So, yoo-hoo, let's go. And with that, let's go with Fawaz, who is improving our nutrition. It makes it more international and lively and tasty by making it possible to shop those things that you always. I like to cook. I really love to cook. And then there is often those international recipes where exactly what Fawaz mentioned happens. So you have like 80% of the stuff you have at home or you can get at your supermarket, but then there's those 20% which actually make the difference, which you don't. And which is really hard to get those ingredients if you don't have something like what Fawaz is going to build with New Shoppy. So great to have you as well, Fawaz, and good luck with fighting against Yababas and gorillas and all those that have, in the gorillas case, a very, very restricted portfolio, obviously. So this is a very different offering, and I really love to see it work. And last but not least,
thanks a lot.
Last but not least, Marte. So I did understand this one when I saw it first. So it was quite cool at the beginning. It was only audio. My first time meeting Marte, and we decided right away that we would want to support her and have a fellowship for her during for the batch. And yeah, I can only say I'm blown away what happened also to make it real, to make it to put substance in it, and to make it happen. I think she already won some grants in the US, so some things have already happened in the last weeks since she is there. So we're really giving it up for Marte. And I also like to dance, actually. I don't like someone to tell me how to do it, but I really love to dance. So I love the app and the potential that is behind it. So again, yeah, that's the time for the party. Sadly, not the real world party, obviously, since we're still in this virtual world. But we will make it happen, hopefully, in this summer to make a real event, physical event, meet you all and see your progress. With that, this is basically the formal part of the creation. So thanks a lot for all the attendees here. We will have more in store. I mean, it's all everything that we do in Founder Institute and the world. In the end, it has to do with people. So we do people found the companies, people support the companies, and people want to meet people. So that's what we're going to do from now on. So the last part of the session will be you all being able to meet everyone else. So we'll split it in two parts. So we have this great functionality of the breakout rooms.
Ferdinand,
yeah.
Sorry, before you continue, do you mind if I just share something quickly?
Yeah, I can stop my.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you may.
There we go. So me and the rest of the founders have also decided to thank the rest of the mentors and everybody that helped us. So we got you guys a little gift, and I hope you guys are gonna appreciate it. I'll probably deliver it. I wanted to deliver it to you today, actually, Ferdinand, but then I got super occupied. Let me just share that with you. Okay, so.
Oh, physical, yeah.
Yeah, physical. Let me choose virtual background, none. There we go. So since it's Berlin, we decided to get you a nice Berlin box full of Berlin, old school East Germany, West Germany, DDR style box full of old school Berlin style. So I thought, you know what, best way for me to also learn about old school Berlin. And we decided to also share. I thought maybe since it's a party, why not share couple of bottles of wine with some chocolate. And finally, we got one more gift, and that one's gonna be surprised, and I'll let Ferdinand share with you guys later. And this is from all of us, Marta, Sansi, Serena, Fawaz, and we decided to get you guys that.
So I mean the last one is the secret one that you don't want to share in public.
Yeah, the last one is a secret one. The last one is kind of more like you got to share a picture with everybody because you got to share this with them anyway.
Sounds really great. Thanks a lot for those that I already know of, and I'm really excited to see the last one, which is the secret. So yeah, let's make this physical thing happen as soon as we are allowed and it's possible. And I think Marta has to tell us when she's in Berlin or in Germany next, so that we can actually have that meeting. So thank you very much. Yeah, I'll go back into the networking mode to make it happen, so that you can actually meet the founders. So so what we thought would be great, that we in the beginning we make a longer room, like 15 minutes, which with each one of the founders. So there's 5 rooms with each one of the founders, and obviously like something like 15 or so participants, and you can just share amongst each other, ask questions, share contacts, and find out what to do with each other. After those 15 minutes, I would, and you can actually, as I understand, we have never used that functionality, but you can actually move between the rooms. So you can join other rooms when you have connected already and you want to talk with the others. And after those 15 minutes, I will close those bigger rooms. I will create Berserk one-on-one speed dating sessions, which will then be also connect you with each other. So it will also connect people in the audience with each other. So it will be random 5-minute speed dating sessions, and we can do that as long as there is someone in the as there's some that want to continue doing that. So that's then open with founders, with mentors, with each other. So it should be quite some cool fun. Are you all ready to go into networking? Then I would say I am also ready. Hello, back here in the main room. I hope you had a good session and jumped a little bit from here to there to the different founders to get their insights and to put some questions and build some connections. I will, before we go into the speed dating, crazy speed dating part, I will show you that of course we are not stopping Founder Institute Berlin here, but it goes on. We are already in preparation for the next one. So we are actually starting in March 23rd, and we're ready to take the application. So if you got the appetite today that you want to be on that stage in around 5 months on end of June, and want to fight for your idea, your startup, go ahead and sign up. There's also, as I said before, the other chapters is going to start at the same time. So also on the 23rd of March, they will start their journeys in Cologne, in Frankfurt, and in Munich. So we did synchronize this for the first time. So you don't have to go with us. Of course, we like if you go with Berlin, but you can also go with the other 3 chapters. And we're going to have some sessions together. It's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be really cool. And with that, I would say, let's go into some speed dating. Are you ready for that? Then I'll.
It sounds dangerous. What kind of dating are we talking about?
Pardon? What kind of dating? It's professional dating, but I mean, I'm not going to be in the small sessions. If you find other kind of wavelengths, and you're staying in a good atmosphere, in a fair atmosphere, that's all fine. So it's more for professional networking speed dating. It's not the other type. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make divide the number of rooms, the number of people in the session in half, and make that the number of rooms. So there's two participants in each room, and it's going to be completely random. So I'm not going to look into the different rooms, and then it's going to be 5 minutes. So you have 5 minutes to talk, to share, to make the contacts on LinkedIn, and find out whether there's anything that you should do after that together. And after that, we're going to switch, and I can do that as long, maybe probably till roughly like 10 or so, as long as some people are still up for it, and it's. In between, of course, you can leave. It's good if you leave in between and not in the if you leave when we're back in the main session, so that I know how many rooms I have to create. With that said, I would say let's go for the first one. Have a lot of fun in your first breakouts, and see you back in 5 minutes. Hello, Toby.
Hi.
Hi. Wait, I think you were in before, or is that?
Yeah, I was. I had to change my from my phone to my PC.
Okay, so we're currently in the speed dating session, so putting people together.
Okay.
All the rooms are one-on-one rooms, so maybe we speed date.
All right, sweet.
Which is completely fine. So I always do like one-on-one.
Okay.
And I can only join when there's one left, and then that's us. So what are you about? What are you doing?
I'm actually the co-founder of 144 with D.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah. I'm always there at the background with all the Founders Institute stuff going on.
Okay, cool. So, I see I have Jan here as well now. Let me see. So we're 3 now. So hi Jan. Let me see whether the rooms are.
Hallo, nach meinem nicht ganz appropriate remark, wie ich direkt nach Aussprache festgestellt habe, war ich ganz allein im Raum. Also.
Achso, nee, das war nicht.
Kam gleich.
Ist, komisch, ich hab eigentlich alle Räume. So we have Toby also with us here.
Oh, hey, Toby.
I actually checked all the rooms that there is 2 people in the rooms, but strange. So this was not on purpose. So Toby is the co-founder of 144, and Jan was one of our earliest graduates in 2010.
Oh, nice.
On our first exit, actually, also in 2010, from 2010, so not in 2010.
Yeah. So what do you do, Toby? What is 144?
144 in the simplest form is a decentralized e-commerce platform dedicated to social impact.
Oh, I think we've talked about that before, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've heard about it from Derek. About.
Oh yeah, so you two go together?
Yeah. I'm the co-founder. Oh, yeah, we work together. Yeah.
Cool. Was that since the start, or did you?
Yeah, since the start, since the beginning. Well, yeah, technically since the beginning, since last year, May. I mean, he's been working on the idea for a long time, but we actually started developing properly last year. And then we did Founders Institute together as well.
Cool.
So yeah, I've been in the backgrounds while he's taking all his lectures and assignments and everything.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you split your roles, or what's your?
So Derek he's focused on the operational side, so 144. So more like the business operation side, so the idea and developing the business plan and all that. I'm a programmer, so I'm focused on the tech aspect and just the development of the product.
Yeah.
So I'm in charge of everything tech related. So
cool.
Yeah. So just how the product grows, what we use for the product, the best technologies for the product, and just how the ecosystem is going to come together to actually make what we want to achieve.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
Okay. I was just having difficulty placing you.
Yeah, I'm from the UK, but yeah, I live here in Berlin.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Serena.
Hi. Sorry, I didn't want to disturb or interrupt.
No worries. This is just.
I think you were supposed to be with Wolfgang Hennes, but he's not there.
And I think he's not there. That's why. Let's rejoin the main room.
Things happen. Yeah.
I hope I didn't disturb. So.
No, the same way I showed up here. So I was alone in my room too. So.
So I'll not put someone in his room next round, obviously. So I think we're gonna have everyone back here in a moment. So how many are still here? So I would say goodbye to those that don't dare to do another round and would then in like 15 seconds or 20 seconds go for the next round. So how many is it? Let's do safe. I think we need 14. Let's do 15 rooms. So still almost everyone here. I would say have a nice next one. I'll see this. Yeah. Have a nice next round. I would say I still have to adjust something. Here, an adjustment. Oh, yeah. Have luck. Have good fun with the next round. See you in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Sound fine.
Yes.
And to reach out on LinkedIn to the people you've met that you want to connect to and support with whatever intros and other stuff. And yeah, help them build their great ideas into amazing startups. That's what we should do.
And to the remaining founders, welcome to the Founder Institute family, giant network of mentors. We're very excited to support you on your further endeavors.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thanks, Ferdinand.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All the best. Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful night. And we will see you in 10 years on the stock market. No? Yeah.
That's it. That's the spirit. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Congratulations to everyone.
Thank you all.
We'll
Bye-bye.
stay in touch. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Great night.
Hi, Regina. Bye-bye.